Okay, and we're here on Tropico 3. Now I know what some of you were expecting on the weekends. You're expecting MLB The Show 14 and then later on FIFA 15. I'm gonna have to.
We're gonna have to.
We're gonna have to, not I, but we. We're gonna have to say sorry, big time, because basically the system we were going to use it on doesn't work with the capturing equipment we're using. So MLB The Show 14 is cancelled. We apologise, but it is cancelled. It's gone, and it won't be here at all. FIFA 15 is on postpone. It probably won't be out as soon as we wanted it to be out, but it will eventually be out. But for now, we're going to be bringing you Tropico 3, and we appreciate everything you guys have done in subscribing up to this point and viewing and everything. Your time is really appreciated here. We really want to thank you guys big time, so thanks very much. So we're going to bring you Tropico 3 as of now. First mission is my mission goal is to export at least 8,000 units of agricultural exports.
No. If you're anything like me, people who are watching, you have no fucking idea how to play this game, what this game's about, which is why Andy's going to be pretty much taking... When I say pretty much, what I mean, he's going to be taking the entire role of this, because I have no idea what this game's about or anything.
Now, usually when I play through this game, I would be straight away, it would be no question, I would be Castro, because I've got a kind of affiliation with Cuban history, and I like kind of looking up, and I've been a big kind of like investigator, if you will, into kind of like Cuban history and dictatorship in general, I suppose. And, you know, I've got a tattoo of Che on my arm actually, yeah, it's kind of I would have been that, but I thought it would be a hell of a lot more fun if we could just whip through this and just make a kind of
create our own character,
create our own little Castro. We're gonna have him looking a little bit like Castro in that uniform.
Yeah, you might as well take a little bit into him.
I'm gonna make him
pale. Make him look ill.
No, not pale. Celtic. Why is Celtic deadly serious? Like, you've got Asian and then you've got Celtic. His eyes are pure out. I'm gonna make him
the pale one.
What, like that?
Yeah.
Fair.
There's actually one called Pale.
Is there one called Pale?
Yeah, look, Pale.
Yeah, Pale's a bit dodgy. I prefer light. Light and pale are really not that different, are they? Or are they? Pale. Fuck it, we're having Celtic. He's going to be wearing the Generalissimo hat.
Generalissimo.
He's going to be having whitish hair, or not.
White.
He's going to have the cigar going.
The cigar.
The beard.
A big bushy beard.
He's gonna have a little goatee. He's gonna have a wispy.
Oh my god, like a French moustache.
Moustache. Over there, right? We're gonna call him.
Go for ACPG. There.
Nen. I can't put Nen shit.
No, just pick. You're playing it. Why don't you call him you?
Okay, I'll just call him Andy then.
You're the one that's actually going to be controlling it.
Even though I look absolutely nothing like this.
No.
So this is your background. This is where you're kind of like from. This gives you a kind of in-depth look. So, for instance, if you're from Harvard University, you're a founding member. You fondly remember the times of Moscow's State University when you used to sneak out of the backyard with the students to sip some home-brewed vodka, smoke cheap hand-rolled cigarettes, and praise Mother Russia for all the
liberties,
of course. I don't know why I couldn't read that. And equality she brought to mankind. So you basically have a 10% rule in the communist. I'm not going to go through all of these because it will take forever.
But so each background gives you certain traits, like.
Whereas if you're from Harvard University, you'll get a 10% capitalistic.
You get 20% faster.
Education and skill training. You'll get. You will also be down in the USSR books, which is obvious because Harvard's like one of the top universities in in America.
So if you go
Moscow University,
so
obviously.
you go down in the US. I would be. It's your game, but if I was you, just what does Chief of Police get?
Chief of Police, they get 10% militarist faction respect, so that means that for instance, people who are contemplating joining the army, people who are in the army, they will all respect you 10% more.
Yeah.
You will get 10% less liberty, and you'll get 40% less crime, so people will be fearful of your regime.
Okay.
So crime on your island will be severely dropped.
If you had to pick which one would you pick?
Because I know that it does help later on in the game to be sanctioned as a function between
USS
the USSR
and the US
or the US, because this is based in that sort of time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Moscow University.
Okay.
Rise to power. This is another story. So, were you involved in a communist rebellion? You can't be, if you are from the Moscow University, you can't be involved in a capitalist rebellion or installed by the CIA. But you can be installed by the KGB.
No, I wouldn't go KGB.
Should we do socialist uprising? That means you get a 10% communist faction respect.
If you can hear the phone going, I'm really sorry, but yeah. Someone should pick that up. Oh, you can't anyway, okay. Elect
10 communist faction respect. I'm going to say we have a communist rebellion.
Yeah. Okay.
Our qualities.
Qualities, these good things then, yeah?
These are charismatic, so you're going to get 5% of all Tropico factions respect you. And 50% of radio stations and TV donors in effectiveness, which is great. And 10% of overall production. It's hard working, you get 10% overall. So I want to go hard working, and I'm also going to go charismatic as well. And the flaws, so these can be quite bad. So if you're alcoholic, what's going to happen is you're also going to get your national treasury is going to be depleted with the love of alcohol, which is great, which you don't want.
Alcoholic.
You don't want to get coward either, because when it comes to actually fighting rebels that happen to be on the island, you're going to have issues with those, because you're going to be fleeing when you shouldn't really be fleeing.
Let's go real life. Let's go cheapskate.
Cheers, mate.
And alcoholic. No.
Communist factions lose respect, but we have already built quite an affiliation with them anyway, so we could piss them off a little bit.
Also, Jingo.
Jingo.
No fucking idea. Go on. Go normal. Go your actual one. Go cheapskate.
Cheers, mate.
And womanizer.
Womanizer. 10% religious faction, disrespect. 10% smart women, disrespect.
Yeah, you don't like.
Paranoia.
You have to pick some.
Yeah, that's the sad thing, is you have to pick
You have
some.
to pick two bad things.
Pompous.
Is it so that, like, you don't
US
become
relations
OP?
are down. Yeah. Tourette's syndrome, everyone hates you.
Fuck!
We're not saying that everyone hates you if you have Tourette's syndrome.
No. Lazy me. Your actual one's been highlighted out. Number 18.
Cheers. Overall production of Avatar moves slower. That doesn't really affect you too much.
Why can't you pick that one?
Because I've picked a trait that knocks that out.
This is what?
No, not a trait. I mean, I've picked an up that knocks that down.
Okay.
Not a compulsive gambler either.
Oh, because then you'll spend all your people's money. Pick something. Compulsive liar.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Compulsive liar.
Next.
Once you've accepted, it's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Here we go.
Good morning, Tropico! I am Juanito, and this is Tropico.
Yeah, it's time to get started.
Keeping a finger on the pulse
Pretty
of the
much.
nation. Stay tuned to TNT for the best
Let's
music
get going.
and the most optimistic news.
Congrats.